Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Today, I am going to do my response to Alan's Top 10 challenge this week. And his challenge was covers with flowers on them. So, in honor of that, let me just take a moment to say, listen to what the flower people say. Ah. For those that don't know, Spinal Tap is one of my favorite movies of all time, and any chance I get to quote from it, I take it. These, of course, I have a little more than 10 here because I wasn't sure if one or two of them would qualify. But since I'd rather show more and let people decide than less, I am going to, of course, do this sort of thing. First up, Life with Archie 140. Veronica and Betty are climbing a hill and there's a bunch of flowers there. Next up is a character that I was having a hard time finding one with a flower with because I wanted to include this character. I thought this character would be the perfect one for this challenge, and that's Poison Ivy. So I settled for Batman 8, where she has a flower lapel on her suit. That's the one I'm going with. Believe me, I went through all my Harley Quinns. I went through a lot of the Poison Ivy in the New 52. There's nothing that were there. So this was basically my luck there. Next up, Legends of the Dark Knight Annual 2. And this is the beginning of a pattern you might see, and that's why I wondered. This is the wedding day of Sarah Essen and Jim Gordon. And it gets interrupted. She gets shot, he gets shot. And if you'll notice here, there's the bridal bouquet on the ground. They're flowers. This may happen again, which is why I wondered if that was good enough. Next up, Catacomb of Torment, where the man-eating flowers are here. This is Catacomb of Torment number 1. The man-eating flowers. Little Shop of Horrors vibe. Venus flytraps are flowers, so they qualify. Don't you just feel the tension? By the way, I lied a little bit about the Poison Ivy thing. I did find one more. This is Harley Quinn 8, where she has a flower in her hair. And that's actually why I was having a problem, because I couldn't find her with... I thought she would have lots of flowers around her, because she's always got vines and plants. But it surprised me that there really isn't a lot of flowers associated with Poison Ivy. It's kind of weird. Next up is a cover that I just think is absolutely awesome. This is Krypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, number 4. You see the flowers here where Krypto is hanging out. Again, any excuse to get Krypto up is really cool. The next two feel like they should be together for reasons. This is Superman the Wedding Album, and the flowers here are the floral bouquet. And that's Superman and Lois getting married. Which, of course, is the same thing that happened in Action Comics 484, but it was the Earth 2, Superman and Lois. And again, the floral bridal bouquet. This particular book celebrated the 40th anniversary of Action Comics. It came out, let's say it's June 1978, and it is not only it was 40 years to the day, well, 40 years to the month or whatever, that Action Comics 1 came out. So there were 484 issues in the first 40 years. Next up is an interesting one because the flowers are here. This is Black Orchid, book 2 of her mini series from the mid 80s, early maybe it's in the 90s. I don't exactly remember, but it's a Neil Gaiman and Dave McKean book. And the flower is a design like this, and this design is on all 3 books of the series. It's of course a black orchid done in different in an interesting style on the cover, and I couldn't decide which one to go, so I went with the black because the deep color looked the best of the 3. There was a light blue one, there was a purpley one, but I went with this because it's purple on black, and it's pretty cool. The other 2 were black on the other ones that didn't look as good. Next up, Betty and Me 89. The flowers are on the piece here. I wanted to show it, represent, how people bring in, they could be fake flowers or whatever, but they bring them into their house. And I wanted to represent that. And the next one is Marvel 2-in-1 96, where the Thing is in the hospital, and it's a representation of yet another floral thing, because here's a floral arrangement. He got flowers when he was in the hospital, and that, of course, is something that people do when people are laid up in the hospital. They send them flowers and other things to try and cheer them up and make them feel better, and I think that's pretty cool. Got 2 left. Hang in there. We're getting to them. This one is Tales of the Teen Titans number 50. Another wedding. But this time, it's the floral arrangements all over here that I was going with, rather than just the bouquets in the bridesmaids and the bride. So that we actually had something a little more. Maybe this should be a top 10 weddings one, but I already did that. So, and the last one has the last occasion that you usually send flowers to, and of course that is a funeral. This is Adventure Comics 383, where Supergirl attends her own funeral. And as you can see, there's a floral wreath there. This would have been a lot easier if I just went with it, because I had lots of flowers on cartoon and funny animal covers. This could have been a lot easier if I just pulled all of those. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring out as many different events that you could have flowers with, as well as having something in the nature or environment. And of course, having it with or the environment, sorry. And of course, having the horror one as well. I wanted to have a lot of different things. If you want to join in, all you need to do is make a video, type in hashtag Friday Comic Challenge, and everything is good. Tag Alan the Comic Collector Geek, tag me. I'd love to watch it. I appreciate it. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Please tell me which covers you like. Please tell me which covers you think I'm crazy with. I just want to hear from you. I like these types of videos. There were some of my favorites, and I'm glad to participate every week. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.